in me. Here, it's in me. This is me and Bhagavan Swami. Niente sulla strada, non niente si sulla strada. Mi diceva spacciare un po' sulla
You need to go outside again? No.
Krishna.
I have mine.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Daya Karamare Slow. We are going slow. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Karamare Toma Vina Kedayalu Jagat Samsare Patita Pavana Savaya Singer first. Then Mridanga and then Karta. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihara. Jaya Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Hare Krishna. Welcome, everyone. Today is a very auspicious day. As you know, our hosts are inviting the Srimad Bhagavatam in their home. So we thank Parul Mataji and Abhishek Prabhu. Where is he? Abhishek. Okay. So let's give them a big round of applause. So my name is Ishwari Radha Devi Dasi. I'm a member of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, which was started by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada back in 1965. I don't know if you ever heard about the Hare Krishna movement being blown everywhere, right? That's Srila Prabhupada, who's sitting there in the altar right in the middle picture. And so we are very fortunate today to have His Holiness Sundar Chaitanya Goswami to come and speak about this wonderful occasion. I just want to quickly introduce him because many people here are for the first time, and they're all friends, right? So Maharaj, he's a disciple of His Divine Grace, His Grace Lokanath Swami Maharaj, who is a disciple of Srila Prabhupada. And so this comes from Parampara. What he's going to speak right now is from the authoritative scriptures like Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. So Maharaj came into the movement back in 1982 in Mauritius. He's originally from Mauritius. And ever since he came to the movement, his desire was to follow the instructions of his spiritual master, which is to spread Krishna consciousness far and wide. So Maharaj travels all over the world, and especially he is based in Mauritius, but he travels to India as well. He's been temple president for many, many decades in Mauritius and in India, and he's also a youth director for many, many years. And now he's preaching, and he also has a part of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness education system, Vedic institutions, one in Pandharpur, which is called Pandharpur Institution of Vedic Education, and then the other one that he's directing is in India, Mauritius, is called Global Goloka Institution of Vedic Education. So we're very blessed because Maharaj comes here every year, and usually around boat festival. But this time he came for Purnima, Palar Purnima. You guys weren't there, but it was such a blissful time. Hearing about the pastimes of the Lord makes one joyous from within, because the pastimes are transcendental, and we are also transcendental. But because we're covered in this body, we cannot understand some things. So that's why it's required that we hear from a bona fide authorized representative of the Lord, which is the Parampara. So let's give His Holiness Sundar Chaitanya Goswami Maharaj a very warm welcome with a loud
Is again sick? Everybody? Yeah.
Sound, yeah, it's. Can you adjust this? Just to zoom it in and pull it down.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Ajnanatimirandasya Dhyananjana Samakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manavishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Dhammayam Dadati Swapadam Dhanam Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Tope Savapika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Tapcha Kanchana Gaurangi Radhi Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sudevi Vancha kalpatarughyascha vipasindhu bhairata patidhanam bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna. So I would like to express my heartfelt joy for being here at the residence of Ananda family, right? Kumar. Yes. The soul is Sachidananda, full of bliss. So I'd like to we're very, very grateful to the family for this invitation, and also like to welcome all of you for this satsang tonight, and a very, very auspicious day, because the installation, right, we call it, in this house of Srimad Bhagavatam. What is Srimad Bhagavatam? I'm going to explain. It is said, Nashta Praisha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatir Tamasloke Bhaktir Bhavati Bhaktir Ahaituki Nashta Praishu Bhadreshu. So by serving Bhagavat, there are two types of Bhagavatas. One is devotee, a devotee, pure devotee is also called Bhagavat. And then we have the book, Bhagavat. Both are Bhagavatas. Book, Bhagavat, and devotee, personality, a person, a guru or a pure devotee is also called Bhagavat. So by serving them, by serving these two, if we serve them, the book Bhagavat and the devotee Bhagavat, Nashta Presha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Seva. All the inauspiciousness in the heart will be almost completely destroyed. Inauspicious, Abhadreshu. Bhadra, Bhadra means auspicious. Abhadra means inauspicious. There are many inauspiciousness nowadays. So everything will be finished, destroyed. Just by serving the devotee Bhagavat and the book When the acharyas, when the sages, they were discussing, they were talking, name is Saranya, with Sutta Goswami. And now they were asking the question, right? So what's going to happen in Kali Yuga after Krishna left, leaving the world? When Krishna left at the end of Dwapara Yuga, what's going to happen? Krishna Swadhama Upagate. Swadham, Krishna has gone to his Dham, Swadhama Upagate. Jnana Adhivi Saha. He's gone not only alone, he has gone with Jnana and Dharma. Dharma Jnana Adhivi Saha. Together with, when Krishna left the world, he went back to the spiritual world, together with Dharma and Jnana also gone. And then what's going to happen in Kali Yuga? What will happen? Because Lord left already. You know? And then explanation is Kalo Nashta Drisham. Kalo Nashta Drisham. To vision to those people who do not have, who have lost their vision. Srimad Bhagavatam is incarnated like the sun. You know, the sun, when the sun rises, all the darkness are dissipated. There's no more darkness. You know, in the night, people are afraid, right? Afraid of what? Chor, Bhoot, what else? Many inauspicious things people are afraid of in the dark night. But as soon as the sun rises, they are all, even the darkness cannot become more darker. It dissipates. So similarly, the explanation is Krishna isn't going to be incarnated in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam. Krishna Bhagavan ki. So this Bhagavatam, this book Bhagavatam, they are not different from Krishna. So Krishna is incarnated in the form of books. They are not ordinary books. Nashta Presha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata. We have to serve them. How do we serve them? Huh? Reading. By reading, by listening, by keeping them nicely. They are not different from Krishna. Prabhupada also said we can offer food to Bhagavatam. Not different. You cook, you offer. Not different. Because Krishna is speaking there. So it is said, Kalona Sadrisham are the people who have lost vision in Kali Yuga. Krishna, Bhagavatam being incarnated to them, to open the eyes. Kalona Sadrisham, you know? You heard of Martin Luther King? He said something interesting. He said, in this age, people, there is a guided missiles. Missiles are guided, but there are misguided men. Guided missile, but misguided men. Men are misguided. They don't know. They don't have vision, proper vision. What is a vision? Real vision we don't have. So that's why he said this Bhagavatam will be incarnated for those people who have lost to help those people who have lost their vision. And he will be incarnated in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam like the sun. Sun is the real light. Of course, the sun is like the sun, but the Bhagavatam is a real light because the sun can dissipate darkness to some extent. But the sun cannot go inside the body. But Bhagavatam can enter the body, the soul. Right? So this is why Bhagavatam is very, very important. And not only many people, they tend to do Bhagavad Saptaha. No? How many days? It is okay, 7 days. But it should not only be 7 days. Nityam Bhagavata Nityam. Nityam means always. All the time, eternally. So, not only 1 day, not only 7 days. Why 7 days? Do you know why do we celebrate for 7 days? Bhagavad Saptaha? Because of Maharaj Parikshit. Maharaj Parikshit, the king, the last king of the world, of whole Bharat, whole planet, was Parikshit Maharaj. So Parikshit Maharaj one time, he went to the forest, and then he was thirsty and hungry. He saw one Muni closing his eyes, and he was doing some meditation. So Parikshit Maharaj came and he was thirsty, and he thought that the Muni is neglecting. Muni is not welcoming. And he was thirsty. So what Parikshit Maharaj did, he just took dead snake, lifted with his bow and put it around the neck of that Muni. You know? Because he was thinking the Muni is neglecting him. So then he left. The Maharaj Parikshit left, went home. Then that Muni, his son was Brahmana. He was playing with the boys. He could feel something is happening to his father. And when he came, he became so upset. He saw the dead snake around the neck of his father. And that little boy went to the Ganga and pronounced a curse to Maharaj Parikshit. Because he did that to my father, the curse is Maharaj Parikshit will be beaten by a snake, flying snake, in 7 days. That's a cursing the king. Can you imagine? And then the king Maharaj Parikshit got the news that he's going to die in. He did not challenge. He will come. He will come. But how did he welcome it? By being prepared for it. So death, we should not be afraid of death. For devotees, death is not death. Death is liberation. Death is mukti. But for non-devotees, it's dangerous. Because he has to come back again and take birth. So Maharaj Parikshit went, and this is called the art of dying. We know the art of living, right? People, they mostly try to understand what is the art of living, but most important, you know what? Not the art of living, but the art of dying. You read a whole Bhagavatam that will teach you about the art of how to die. Most important, you know, you go to for education, primary, secondary, and tertiary. How many years altogether? 20 years? And exam, you know, exam is 1 hour. All the exam will be 1 hour. So similarly, we live for 50 years, 60 years, 70 years, 80 years, 100 years. You know, the test of life is 1 second. At the time of death, what you're thinking, that is most important. Yam yam bapis param bhavam tyajate ante kale. Whatever you think at the time of death, that you will attain the next life. So at the time of death, one should be able to remember Krishna. And that time of death is just only 1 second. This is why we need to practice now. How can you remember God at the time of death? It's difficult. It is said, Srimad Bhagavatam is saying, it's like time of death so painful. It is like being beaten by how many scorpions?
40,000.
Huh?
40,000.
40,000 scorpion biting at the same time. If one scorpion is biting, it's so painful. Imagine how many? 40,000 scorpion biting at the same time. That's a pain one gets at the time of death. How can you remember God? So difficult. But if we train us now, if we get training now, if we chant Hare Krishna, then it becomes easy at the time of death. Hare Krishna. Then one will go back to no coming back again to this world of suffering. So, and then Maharaj Parashit, he left. He welcomed it. He went and he resigned as a king, and also he renounced all his kingdom immediately. He renounced. He did not think that, oh, I have to go and get my son get married, my daughter to get married. No, he just left. He went to the Ganga, meeting his Gurudev, Sukadeva Goswami, the speaker of Bhagavatam. And then he listened to Bhagavatam for how many days?
7 days.
Night and? It means in the forest he was thirsty, right? But he was not really thirsty for water and food. What he was thirsty for is to listen to Bhagavatam. That he was thirsty. Because he listened to Bhagavatam for 7 days and night. I mean, not eating at all. Not even drinking. You know, it means in reality he was thirsty not for food or water, he was thirsty for Krishna Katha. Nashta Presha Bhadresha. If the whole world, the only solution for the world problem, there's no other solution. Only solution for the world problem is Krishna Katha. So this book is full of Krishna Katha. You know, just by keeping them in your house, even if you don't read, just by keeping them in your house, it creates lots of auspiciousness. Just by keeping them. Of course, you have to read. So we have to serve Bhagavatam by reading and also by propagating, by distributing Bhagavatam. It's gone now, how many?
100,000.
108?
100,000.
100,008 book. That's the vow we have taken to distribute all of it, right? 100,008 Srimad Bhagavatam, not book, but set. In one set, how many volumes?
18.
18. And this is Bhagavat, why it's called Bhagavatam, sorry, Srimad Bhagavatam, many names. It's called Mahapuran. It's a Mahapuran, the greatest Puran. There are 18 Puranas. But this one is a Mahapuran. It's called Amala Puran also. Amala. Mala means dirt. Amal means without any dirt. What is that? No dirts. That means other Puranas will speak about Karmakan, you know. Like Karmakan means I do something to God, some prayers, and I want some benefits, material benefits. But Bhagavatam is not like that. It's Amala, not Mal. Not even Jnana, the result of Jnana or Astanga Yoga, coming getting mystic power, all this, no. It's a material gain. But Srimad Bhagavatam, why it is Amala Puran? Because it is purely devotion, purely bhakti. Bhakti, the meaning of bhakti, the acharyas have explained, Rupa Goswami. Anya vilasita sunyam jnana karma anavritam. Anya vilasita sunyam. Abhilasa means desires. Anya. Abhilasita, desires, material desires should become. Sunya means zero. Jnana, karma also should be removed. Only bhakti, devotion. And what does devotion mean? Devotion means that which is favorable and with the intention to please Krishna. That is called bhakti, which is favorable and with the intention to please Krishna. So, yes, this is why Srimad Bhagavatam, there are 6 Puranas which deal with the modes of ignorance. Those people who are in the modes of ignorance, they read it, it's meant for that. There are 6 Puranas in the mode of passion and 6 Puranas in the mode of goodness. But Bhagavatam is part of goodness, but it's not goodness. It is above goodness. It is transcendental, completely pure, only devotional service bhakti. That's why Prabhupada has translated only this book, the most important. Now Vyasadeva wrote the Vedas. The author of the Vedas is Vyasadeva. There was only one Veda. And then Vyasadeva divided into 4 Vedas. You know the names? Rig Veda, Ajurveda, Atharva Veda, Samaveda. 4 Vedas divided. He put them in books. Previously there was no books. Just they were called Shrutidhar. Just by hearing they can remember. Do we remember what we did at 9:51 this morning? Anyone? Today. 9:51. What to speak of in yogas. So previously they were called Shrutidhar. Shrutidhar means just by talking they can keep it remembered for life. So we can't, we don't like that. So that's why he, with his compassion, he write them into books, put them in, transcribe them into books. Now he wrote the Vedas. After writing the 4 Vedas, still he was not satisfied. Right? Vyasadeva, writing the Vedas, still he was not satisfied. Then his guru came, Narad Muni. Asked Vyasadeva, why you are still morose? What's the cause of your despondency? You look despondent. You're not happy. Even after writing the Vedas, you're not completely satisfied. What is the cause? And then Vyasadeva said, my dear Gurudev, you know better than me. You can tell me the cause of my despondency, why I am not happy. He's telling to Narad Muni. Narad Muni is a guru of Vyasadeva. The author of all the books is Vyasadeva. But the guru of Vyasadeva is, they all know Narad Muni, Narayan. That's Narad Muni. He is a universal guru, teacher. So, and then Vyasadeva, Narad Muni told Vyasadeva. He said, what you have written is about rules, dharma, niyam, but how to live a good life in this world. Now my point is, are we just to live, to come to this world to live a good life? No. Huh? Because everything will be destroyed. Even if you live a good life, everything will be finished. So the Vedas help you to live a good life. Before eating you have to do yajna. Even coming into a house you have to do yajna. How do you call it? Griha. Griha prayer. It's all mentioned there, which is good. But our goal is not to stay forever in this world. You can't stay forever in this world. Just like in a jail, someone is in prison. And then because he's staying so long in the jail, at one point he gets used to the jail. Stay. And somebody would come and say, hey, do something to get out. Find a lawyer. Because you have family, you have a house, you have everything. And the man say, No, I am getting food here. I have blankets. Okay. What house you're talking? But one who doesn't feel the need to be delivered from the jail, he will stay in the jail. Because he is accustomed to. So this is how when we have come to this world, we become attached to this world. We don't care about being delivered from this world. If we were conscious, if we understand that we have to be delivered, we have to go to the spiritual world. And then we'll do something to be liberated from here. But because we attach to this world, and then we do many things to stay in this world. It's not our, Prabhupada said this is not the place for a gentleman. It's like you just check in the hotel. Two nights. And after 2 nights, the owner comes and says, oh, check out time. And say, no, I'm happy here. But you have to check out. The world is like this. You have to check out one day. So, but Bhagavatam will help us. So why he was not happy after writing the Vedas? Because the Vedas also deal mostly with the 3 modes of material nature. Krishna is telling Arjuna, Traigunya Visaya Veda, Nistraigunya Bhavarjuna. Rise above this world, this material nature. Sattvagun, Rajaguna. So Vedas deal with that only. So we have to transcend, we have to go above. It's okay, Vedas, because it helps us to live. But that's not the goal. And then Narad Muni said, why you are not happy even after writing Vedas? Because you have not written about Nama, the names of the Lord, Guna, Roop, and Lila. That what will give happiness to the heart. Bhagavan ka naam, in the name of the Lord. It's not there. And then the Lord's qualities, His Lila, His pastime, His guna, His form, His qualities is not mentioned in the Vedas. That what will give happiness to the heart. The Lord's form, Lord's gunas, qualities, His pastime, His Lila. When we read about Makan Chor, so much pleasure, so much ananda. Ananda. But just niyam will not give you ananda. So these are written in the Purana only. It's the same thing. This is called the 5th Veda. It is called the 5th Veda. Veda means knowledge, right? The 5th Veda, Bhagavatam. So then Narad Muni, then Vyasdev wrote the Puranas. And then he was full of satisfaction. After writing because in the Vedas there is no pastime, there is no lila, there is no nam, gun, Om is there. Om, right? But Om is God. Om is Krishna. Om Purnamada, Purnamidan, Purnat Punamadaya, Punam Evavashi. Om. But I'll tell you what is Om. Om is like generic. Generic? General. If I say the Prime Minister, I only say the Prime Minister. What do you understand? It's management. But who is it? Do you know? I just said Prime Minister. So Om is just like saying God, Prime Minister. But who is it? You see? Is generic, is general. Like for example, if I take name of the Prime Minister, Mr. Modi. Just by taking his name, a full picture comes to you. What is the picture? His hair is white. His beard is? He's wearing chasma. Now what is like this? Busat, right? So just by taking his name, whole picture comes. But if I say only Prime Minister, you don't know. But Om is Krishna. And Krishna is also in Nama, his name Om exists. Like for example, if you say Hare Krishna, Om already exists in the Hare Krishna. But in Om there is no Nama, name. Understand this point? We respect Om. Om is Bhagavan himself. But Om is an impersonal God. Impersonal, like no form, how do you call that? Nirakar, no? Yes. No? But God has a form. God has Nama, he has Gun, Lila. So if we read his Bhagavatam, we will get all his pastime. And that pastime, Lila, we call Lila. Lila is not sentimental, it's scientific. So when we read the Lila of the Lord, he goes out with the Gopas and the Gopis, many Lila he does, lifted court and healed, these are Lila. So when we hear the Lila, and then it gives satisfaction to the heart. And by hearing Bhagavatam, all the problems you're facing in the world can be eradicated just by hearing Katha. That's why he has come to do his pastime, Krishna. So, yes, Dharma Projita Kaitavotra Nirmat Sarnam Satam. It is saying Dharma Projita Kaitavotra. Kaitava Dharma means cheating religion. In Bhagavatam there is no cheating religion. It kicks out. It's Amala Puran. And Nirmat Saranam Satam. It is meant for devotees. Satam is devotees who are free from envy. Nirmat Saranam Satam. Nirmat Sar. Matsara means jealousy. Nirmat Sar means one who is free from jealousy. Because why is talking about jealousy? Because people nowadays, they want to enjoy this world, right? So when they want to enjoy means they want to compete with God. They're jealous of God. Because the enjoyer is not us. The enjoyer, real enjoyer is Krishna. So when we try to enjoy, we are competing with God, we are jealous of God, we also want to become God. Right? But Bhagavatam is not meant for those people. Bhagavatam is meant for those people who are free from jealousy, envy. Completely. It's pure bhakti. And last point I want to make, just to get a picture. Vedas is compared to be like the desire tree. Kalpavriksha, the desire tree. Desire tree means whatever you desire, you get. That's the Vedas. Now in a tree, which is the best part of the tree? Which is it? Huh? Fruit. But not only fruit, there are ripened fruits. There's a green one and the ripened fruits. So it is said the Bhagavatam is the ripened fruit of Vedic literature. Is a ripened fruit of Vedic literature. If you take all the books, all the Vedas, you boil them, what do you get? No, you boil milk. What do you get? Cream. The cream is the best part of the milk. So Bhagavatam is like the cream. The cream, best part of the Vedas. So Pibatam Rasam Malayam. Rasamalayam. Pibatam. So, okay, now in Vedas, can we see the Lord or not? Huh? Okay, the Vedas will be like a mango tree, off season. Can you see the mango? A mango tree off season. Can you see? One will see, but mango is there. The mango doesn't fall from the sky. Mango is in the tree, in the leaves, in the branches, everywhere. But you don't see. So when do you see the mango? season come. So similarly, the Vedas, you don't see Krishna's form, but he's there. Understand? In the Vedas, you don't see Krishna's form, but he's there. Because he's saying, Vedascha Sarvat Aham Eva Vedyu, of the Vedas I am to be known. It's not Krishna. But then when a fruit comes from the Vedas, the ripened fruit is when Srimad Bhagavatam appears, it appears from the Vedas. When Srimad Bhagavatam appears, then we can see the form of Krishna. Understand the point? So Vedas is like mango tree off season. So when Bhagavatam appears from the Vedas, is like mango tree with season. Then you see Krishna's form, Nama, Gun, Rup, and this is all in the book. This is what will give the heart satisfaction. So reading is important. If you read, all our trouble will be gone. Nashta Preshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavad. It's mentioned. Sukadeva Goswami said. But many great acharyas, pastime is there, we should read. Instead of reading newspaper you will buy today, what do you do tomorrow? You throw it away, because it's not Bhagavad. Bhagavad also means absolute truth. It is not absolute truth, it changes. That's why you throw it away. You don't want to see it. But one time you buy the Bhagavatam, you keep it forever. Because the knowledge is absolute knowledge, Bhagavad. Never change. It's eternally true. Life, the many story that we can learn from Bhagavatam. Prahlad Maharaj's story only in 7th canto, 4 Bhagavatam. So I encourage devotees to get set, like the family is doing here, studying Srimad Bhagavatam. And it's not different from Krishna. Just by keeping Bhagavatam in the house, it is auspicious. But of course, we must read from 1st canto, and then slowly we go to 10th, 11th, 12th. It is said that the first 2 canto like 2 lotus feet of Krishna, 3 and 4, leg, 5 and 6, the hand, I think.
The waist.
And then the waist.
The waist is the fifth.
9 neck, 10 is it? Yes. And the forehead, 11. And the head is 12. So you have to start from first and then slowly go to 12. This is how we reach Srimad Bhagavatam. And should be respected and kept nicely. Some people, what they do, they fall in cloth, right? Dressing that. It's like dating. Not different from Krishna. So we are very, very grateful, very happy that family here is starting this Srimad Bhagavatam in the house. And should be reading very, very special. Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Sri Prabhupada ki, Nidai Gauthamanande.
His Holiness Sundar Chaitanya Goswami ki. If you have any questions, you're free to ask right now.
Yes. You get the mic there?
The mic is on there.
Anybody has any questions? Yeah.
Hare Krishna, everyone. So Maharaj gave a wonderful class on Srimad Bhagavatam, and I congratulate Parul Mataji and Abhishek Prabhu. And I also see Sarmishta Mataji and Prabhu that they also taken Srimad Bhagavatam. If you do not have a set of Srimad Bhagavatam, please get it today. I got a set and get it signed by Maharaj. It's a wonderful, auspicious day. Maharaj gave all the beautiful qualities, all the things. Your home will become auspicious. So take advantage of this opportunity and get a Srimad Bhagavatam too. Hare Krishna.
And you will also contribute in achieving a goal. What was
We have a goal. So we have a goal of 15, distributing 15 sets of Srimad Bhagavatam.
for our goal?
Our group, yeah, just for Lauderdale, our congregation. We are contributing to this part. 50. And so far we have how many?
12.
We have sold, we have, people have taken 12 Srimad Bhagavatam sets. So we need your help today. If you are any way interested, inclined to know what is the goal of life, how can I solve my many problems that I have, if you get together as a family and read Bhagavatam every day, 1 page, 2 page, you'll see how everyone in the family will be on the same page. You know, you do this work, you do that work. Everybody has different duties to do. But when you come together and read about the Supreme Lord, then naturally you feel connected. So we encourage you today, if you don't have a Bhagavatam, and even if you have a Bhagavatam, you may want to give it as a gift to a friend. There's so many occasions that come, right? What kind of occasions that come? People want to give gifts? Name one. Housewarming, right? You want to give gifts. Birthdays, anniversaries. So instead of giving something that is gonna, Maharaj was saying, like mull, filth. You give something, they use it, gone, done. But Bhagavatam, when you give it, even you can pass it down to the next generation. Books are so important in life. It gives you that knowledge, not only how to live in the material world, but also how to get out of it. Right? If you don't want to come in this cycle again, Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi, right? Birth, death, disease, and old age. If you don't want to get out of this whole cycle, then you read Srimad Bhagavatam. You hear the message of the Lord. You chant Hare Krishna in the Kali Yuga, and then you get out. So
even if you will not keep it there, it's beneficial, and the kids also, because nowadays we're all very busy with our life, and we have kids, and the kids do not even see books. They only use laptop, or they only look at iPad or anything. But this book has so much wonderful pictures, and each picture in that book was actually composed, and I won't say drafted, but Prabhupada himself inserted picture. He stand like this. He said, "This is how Krishna stands. This is how Radharani is acting." And then from there, the artists, they made that position, and then they bring back to Srila Prabhupada and say, "Prabhupada, is that good?" Prabhupada said, "No, correct this one. This one is like that. This is like this." As if Srila Prabhupada was there, knowing exactly how to pose. I mean, it's not only a book, it's also a lot of pictures, it's a window to the spiritual world. And then also I'm taking on myself, if you can't pay the whole amount in one go, maybe we can pay installment. Like
how much is it, Prabhu?
So the 18 sets is $250. It's less than $20 per book, right? If you see the whole altar, right? It's the Vedic encyclopedia, right?
Yeah, it's like $50 per month in 5 months.
Yeah. And then we also have reading groups for Srimad Bhagavatam. You don't feel overwhelmed. So we read together on Zoom on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So you can join that too.
Okay, don't think that we are making a campaign to sell books. Actually, we're making a campaign to liberate people. Not only people to our generation to come, because this book, even when we die, it will go to the children. Maybe your kids doesn't want to read, but their children maybe one day will read. We don't know. There have been stories like that, that we know. Actually, we met one person. They say that his father just bought a book like that and just kept it there. Remember we met
It's
somebody?
a tiny book.
Yeah, and then like one generation later, the kids pick up the book, say, "What is this book?" Was lying there all the time. And when they open, they start to read. They say, "Wow, this is what I wanted to know," because in life there's so many things. We are in a rush every day. Then they start to think that, "Oh, this question has already been answered millions of years ago," because the problem is the same, but the flavor is different now. The problem is the same. I mean, anyway.
Can I request Parul Mataji to say something? Because when she was taking Srimad Bhagavatam, she thought she's not ready for it, and she started joining our.
Because on the line, people cannot do
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it was few months ago at Varsana Chitra Mataji's house that I went, and I was not ready at all. I was like, the similar way Bhakti Vinod Prabhu was encouraging, and I was like, I'm not ready for the book right now. Maybe, later on I'll take it. But then he encouraged me by saying that, because the thing with me is that I don't read. I hardly get time to read. And so I just thought, okay, I can watch YouTube videos about, spirituality also, but I'm very bad at reading books. So it will be just sitting in one corner even if I buy it. So he said, no, we have groups you read together. So then I said, okay, I felt motivated. It was also Adhik Maas, and it was the second last day of the Adhik Maas. So I got tempted that I'll, whatever Sukriti I do, it will be like 1,000 times. So, so that was also one of the things that encouraged me. And so I joined the group. So we read like Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, 1 hour and with the group. And yeah, it's beautiful, it's wonderful, I can say.
Actually, Adhik Maas, if you take it, Adhik Maas would be all the time. Even if you take it now also. Because this is a beauty of Srimad Bhagavatam actually. It says like it encourages people to take it in either in Kartik or in Bhadrapur. But even if you take it now, I'm not lying here, you will get the benefit.
Yeah.
So auspicious.
It's always.
So do we have any takers today? Raise your hand. And we
Maybe
have,
don't push now. Maybe later. Later you can meet them.
Yeah, he has a question. I'll show you.
Later you can.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you for the class. Now, a Shiv Bhakta may say, I listen to the Shiv, I read the Shiv Purana. A Ganesh Bhakta may say, I read the Ganesh Purana. And somebody else may say, I read this particular Purana. So why is this Bhagavatam different? How do we address that?
Good question. This question was asked by Uddhava Krishna. If there is one God, why so many religions in the world? How many religions are there? Millions. If God is one, why so many? And if He is one, why so many Puranas? Right? Should have been one book. But then Krishna gave the answer. He said that's not that there is many religions. Religion is one. It's just people are born and we have brought our nature from previous life. That what the modes that we have taken is coming from the previous birth. So we tend to believe in a certain thing that is coming from previous birth. So it's meant for them. So why 6 to 18 Puranas? So 6 Purana in modes of goodness, 6 Puranas in the modes of passion, and 6 Puranas in the modes of goodness. So I will tell you one example why the Puranas are there. Also, why they are. If you read Shiv Purana, tell you Shiv is God, right? If you read Devi Purana, it will tell you
Devi is supreme.
Devi is God. I will tell you how it works. If someone is dreaming at night, that his dream, a little bit horrible, is flying in the sky and fell from the mountain. When he fell down, there was a tiger waiting, chasing him. A tiger. That's very scary. So then, the next day, he goes to his friend and tell him about the dream. His friend will say, "You're pagal." Friend will not do. But if the person goes to a, how do you say that, psychiatrist?
Psychiatrist.
Psychiatrist. He'll go to the psychiatrist there and will tell him about his dream. About he's flying, fell from the mountain and fell down and a tiger is waiting, chasing him. It was very scary. The psychiatrist will not tell him that he's pagal. He will listen to him. Okay. How high? We'll ask him like this. How high is the mountain? And you fell down and then you were running away. What was the speed you were running? You know? And you would ask, what was the color of the tiger? You know? He will not say you're pagal. He will just, what he's doing here, the psychiatrist is getting inside his feeling. He's getting into his feeling, listening to him from A to Z, and from there he would lift him up. He would take him out of this scary situation. So these Puranas are like that. They are okay people because they are born in certain kind of modes. Some people are born in the mode of ignorance, some people are born in the mode of passion, some people are born in the mode of goodness, some are mixed goodness, passion, you know, many gunas. Gunas are multiplied. So some people, they like to offer goat, for example, to Kali Mata, right? They do that. Because they are born like that. They believe in that. It's okay. You do it. But then slowly, is supposed to lift him up from there and bring him to the modes of goodness. And that's super goodness, which is Srimad Bhagavatam. Killing animal in front of Kali is not the highest worship, definitely. We agree with that, right? But people do it. It's mentioned. Even for killing of animal, it's mentioned that before kill the animal, you have to say one mantra in the ear. That at night, midnight, this lifetime you are animal, I'm human, I'm killing you. Next lifetime, I become animal, you'll kill me. That's a mantra. But then who will do that? That's there. If you have to kill an animal, you have to say that. You know? So there are many restrictions. You can't just kill the animal. But these restrictions are not meant to encourage people to do. It's to forbid people. Like for example, selling wines and liquor. You have to have a license. But these licenses are not meant to sell. It is meant to control, to reduce the sale. If there is no license, then everybody will sell liquor. All the shops, even the barber will be selling liquor, right? But these restrictions are meant, these rules are meant to restrict. You know? But these Puranas, because people are born in different modes of nature, and they're meant to lift them up slowly, and then they become a bhakta. Understand the point? But this is greatness of Prabhupada. What Prabhupada has given to us? Directly, devotional service. Amazing. What Prabhupada has given to us is direct, you don't have to go through all this. Direct bhakti, which is the ultimate. At the end, Krishna is saying that only through bhakti you will know me. Vidashta sarvat aham eva vedya. Of all the Vedas, all the knowledge, who should know? That's Krishna is saying. That's why we see there are many religions, you know. Because some people you see they are a bit kind of, even among devotees, you find devotees also a bit kind of yogi. They don't eat, they fast, you know. Other devotees, they're more reading, you know. That's the nature from previous birth we have acquired. But then all the systems are supposed to be culminating into, you know, the yoga ladder, karma yoga, then jnana yoga, astanga yoga, and then it's like a ladder. So if you climb the ladder, you're supposed to culminate into bhakti yoga. So this is why there are many Puranas in modes of goodness, Puranas in the mode of passion, Puranas in the modes of ignorance. Definitely killing of animal to offer Kali is not the highest worship. It's there. It's not the highest. No. okay, before you kill also, before you eat, at least you do some karma kan, you know, do something, offer the demigods, offer this, but that's not the highest. You know, so you rightly said, so it's there, Puranas, but all the Puranas are supposed to culminate someone to Bhakti Yoga. We respect the demigod, respect Lord Shiva, we respect Ganesh. Ganesh is the writer. Not the author, but he was writing. All his book is writing. Are we following that? If we respect Ganesh or we love Ganesh, are we following what he wrote? He wrote, you know, tirelessly. Of course, Vyasdev dictated and Ganesh writing books. You know. The only situation, problems, there's no confusion in Shastra. The only problem, people don't read. Understand? And we just manufacture by our own mind. I like this, I like that, this, I believe this is like that. No. There's no confusion in Shastra, it's clear. But only people do not read. So that's why we said, Nashta Pressure. One last point I want to make, we said, Rasamalayam, no? Bhagavatam is? You know, Rasmalay? Like Rasmalay? Why it is not said Rasgulla? It's not called Rasgulla, it's called Rasmalay. Why? Because Rasgulla, you take the gulla only. The rest you don't take, right? Too sweet. Only that? When it comes to Rasmalay, you take the rasa, other thing, Malay also. You take everything. So, this is Srimad Bhagavatam, very pure and Amritam. It is Amrit, real Amrit. It is Karna Amrit. Understand this point? Karna, what does it mean? Karna means ear. It is Amrit for the. We drink this not with the mouth, with it. That's the container that we drink. It's called Karna Amrit. Amrit, Mrita means death. Means no death. So by hearing Bhagavatam, one become deathless. Even Parvati was listening. You know that? Shivji was talking Bhagavatam. And Shivji said, when I speak Bhagavatam to you, no, one point is, Shivji is asking Parvati, Parvati is asking Shivji, what is this garland you're wearing? Not this flower, you know what is garland? Skulls. And snake. Two garlands, snakes and skull. So Parvati asked Shivji, what is this garland skull you're wearing? And Shivji said, these skulls, they are all your heads from many, many births. Because I love you so much, I have collected them and make a garland. So this skull belongs to many, many births Shivji has collected and put them into a garland. And he was wearing because I love you so much, I put it like a garland. And then Parvati asked, where are your skulls? Why you don't have it? And Shivji said, no, I'm eternal. Shivji doesn't die. Demigods, all the devas, they will die and will be replaced by others. Right? They're temporary. All the devas, they're temporary. Only Shivji is not. Shivji is Mahadev. So Shivji said, no, I don't have a skull because my body is eternal. Right? This Shivji is eternal body. And how did you become eternal? He said that because I always recite Srimad Bhagavatam. Shivji is also one speaker of Bhagavatam. There are many speakers. Shiva is also one speaker of Bhagavatam. And then Parvati said, I want to hear Bhagavatam. I also want to become immortal. And then Shivji said, you must come in the forest somewhere, I will recite, but you should not sleep. There are two mantras in ISKCON. One mantra for awakening and one mantra for sleeping. What is sleeping? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. And awakener? Mahaprasade Govinde. Have you ever seen anybody sleeping during prasadam? But you can see people sleeping during Bhagavatam class and japa. Okay, so yeah, and then Parvati, she said yes, but Shivji said you must respond when I'm speaking. You know? When you speak, somebody responds like that. Parvati was saying, and that she fell asleep. And then there was Radharani's parrot. Radharani's parrot wanted to go back with Radharani. Radharani said, no, you must stay here and you stay wherever there is Srimad Bhagavatam recitation. And that parrot came and the parrot was hiding on the tree. And the moment Parvati fell asleep, there was no no. And then the parrot started saying, After completing the whole, because Parvati wanted to hear, completing the whole Bhagavatam, and Shivji wake up. And he saw that Parvati is sleeping. Who is responding? Who was saying, Then he looked. He saw that parrot. No one, because this is also confidential. No one is supposed to hear. The Bhagavatam is also confidential. It's an open confidentiality. So, and then Shivji was thinking that parrot, you know, it may be, the parrot is an animal, maybe the parrot is going to recite and mocking the Bhagavatam, you know, not good. And Shivji finding his threshold to kill a parrot. But then he chased a parrot, and the parrot flew to the ashram of Vyasadeva. And Vyasadeva's wife was in the house. And at that time, she was yawning. And the parrot shipped in the mouth of I forgot the name of the wife. Beautiful name she has. And then that parrot became Sukadeva Goswami. That's why when he was born, he knew Bhagavatam was from his father. So this is how Bhagavatam is very, very auspicious. You heard the glories, how it came. And so Krishna is coming for us. So we should read and also take a step, those who do not have, once in a lifetime. Please, why not? I'm probably saying that if I can pay installments also. Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Jai Gautama-nanda. Must do it, after Bhagavatam. Nithanga Harika. Bhagavatam ki. Oh, glory to Jesus and glory to Jesus and glory to Jesus and glory to Shishi and glory to can sit for a few minutes. Okay, we have one last Ashwini prayer for protection.
thank you all for coming for this program. Now, the next part of the program is, everyone knows Maharaj said everybody wakes up at that time. The next part of the program.